Whoa. Call out. She was from the west side, uptown, 45th Ave, bad little thing, she a cutie, and she got swag, told her that when I come through, we could pop tags, took her out of town just for shopping, you know we blow it back, don't care if haters is watching, they just getting mad, real bosses moving inside.
Well, see, once you're vegan for long enough, your palate changes to where that's really sweet. Like for him, that's probably like super duper sweet, over the top almost. Because you got the sweet salty palate of American standard diet.
I'm not even like a dessert person, honestly. I like candy bar. Like I can feel it in my teeth how sweet this is. But it's good though.
Cavity, goddamn.
I think on that one I had to go like a 6.2. Just because I'm not that heavy of a chocolate person. And that one's obviously heavy on chocolate. But I like the contrast if I'm eating chocolate, like peanut butter with it or something like that. That one's good though.
That got lower than the peanut cups.
Yeah. Well, I just like, man, before I was vegan, oh my goodness, I used to eat at least like 8 Reese's cups a week.
Oh wow.
I was addicted. I loved them. I just love like the peanut butter, like chocolate. It does something for my brain. It gives
Me too,
so
man.
much dopamine or something.
I just get off on too.
Yeah. The Buccaneer was good though. Where'd you say you got these at?
All City Candy.
All City Candy.
There's one on the west side over there on Brick Park Road, I think.
Okay.
This shit is thick. I'm still.
Yeah,
and then there's one on the east side too. We'll look for the short for the milk, the No Way.
The No Way,
yeah. We'll look for the short for that.
For sure.
We'll look out for the short on the Vegan Food Critic channel on YouTube.
Coming soon for sure. No Way.
And that's supposed to be like a Milky Way, but to say no way.
That's pretty darn close, man. That's pretty darn close.
So, let's see here. So, Vegan Food Critic, well, Tay. Call him Vegan Food Critic and shit. Tay, you know, since we got you on the show today, you know, do you keep up with current events? You know, I know you're online, but I know you said that you don't really.
I do. It's just kind of hard not to be, honestly. Like if you're on there, you kind of see like a little bit of what's going on. So I would say I'm relatively like up to speed.
Okay, cool.
Also depends what though.
Depends, right?
Yeah. Like I'm a big like sports person. Sports are always on my feed.
What about Charleston White?
Charleston White. That is a very interesting topic. We can dive into Charleston White if you would like. I don't know. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I kind of dig his approach, even though it can be
I got you.
kind of much. I respect his I don't know if you probably heard his interviews since you brought that up, but just how he says it's kind of like a character he portrays online, but a lot of time like in real life, like he's really in the community, doing things for the community like that. So if that's how he's getting his money, then I can't knock him. If it's a character, but he's doing real activism work and things like that, I can respect it. I say his message is a little hard to for the community to embrace. I think it's just a lot of the whole how he expresses interacting with the police. I think that's what a lot of people get turned off.
Oh yeah, him telling on everybody.
Yeah. I think that's what get a lot of people turned off. But I feel like his message is good.
The candy?
It's on candy. But,
I can't tell what you're reacting to right now.
Trying to swallow now. This is crazy. Pause. Crazy.
We have to fast forward to chewing.
So, at one point in time, I kind of felt the same way as you, right? Then I seen a time where he was before he blew up. You know how it be. How they go back digging.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he literally said out his own mouth, I'll beat a woman. No, he literally said I'll rape a woman. If she don't want this, then I'll rape her. I'll take it. Woo. So
I see that.
So once I seen that, it's on our page. I'll hit you with the link. But once I seen that, it just made me it just turned me off to everything that he has to say, because in my opinion, and it doesn't sound like it, I don't know when he said that, but it doesn't sound like it was 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would say in the last 5 years he said that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
as well as he's been locked up in jail and all type of other stuff. So, I mean, it's a certain way, in my opinion, that you have to go about if you want to get your message across. See, in my opinion, he's not. When you see him online, he's not trying to really, in my opinion, give a message. He's trying to start something. He's trying to invoke people's emotions. You know what I'm saying? Sure. By saying things that are outrageous and a lot of times that are true. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really think he's helping our community as much as he's hurting our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what he says about I do this in the community, I do this and do that. But some of the things that he says online, in my opinion, don't reflect what you say that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're really helping your community, then how can you say some of the things that, I'm not talking about the stuff about police and telling, I'm talking about just some of the stuff that you say outright about your community, about brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters who live in your community. Like, no, I understand drug dealers and gangbangers, yeah, you hate them, you don't like them, whatever the case may be. But what about some of the other stuff that you say? Or what's some other stuff that he says where it's just like, yo, what are you, why are you saying this about, your community and about your people? So I get more of an Uncle Ruckus, you know what I'm saying, feel from him. You know what I mean? Than anything. Like, even when he in the community, he's probably in the community, not with us. You feel me? He out there with the cops and, you know what I'm saying, those people. So, I just brought him up just because, I just wanted to keep some, get some context on him, see how you felt about it. I haven't really heard too much from him recently. But like I said, I did, I'll send you the post where he literally was like, if she don't give it to me, I'll take it from her and this, that, and this, that, and that.
That's some wild stuff to say. That would turn me off too, like, no matter like what other stuff you're saying or like what an impact you're making. Bro, when I seen that, like I say, I was kind of, I've always been kind of like, on the fence with him anyway, because I'm like, man, why, he's just so vulgar and disrespectful. Like, you don't even know how to talk, in my opinion. Like, you don't have to cut, you don't have to deliver it like that, bro, and you'll still get views and people will still listen to you. Maybe more people. But when you come in so venomous and you saying such degrading and mean things about people, it's just like, bro, I can't respect you for that. You know what I mean? I don't care who you talk about, whether you talk about a dead rapper, or you talk about a rapper's mom. Man, he didn't disrespected and dogged everybody. And it's just like, bro, like, you didn't even have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole shock value and that whole fame thing, you can see get to people's head and they start saying and doing ignorant things. But it is what it is, man. Well, how you feel about reparations? Reparations. I feel like reparations, it's something that like obviously would help. I feel like it's just in some aspects because like certain ethnic groups have got reparations, like the Native Americans or just like with casinos and things like that, things that set them up, or like in New York, like they're like when the law gets passed, they get to like act on that law immediately. It doesn't have to wait that like weird like period in between. Like they had dispensaries before anybody else, things like that, like business opportunity. So I mean, I feel like we have put so much into the country, like willingly and unwillingly, try to like do our own thing, and like we like know how that goes. Like it don't always go over so well. So like we tried like a lot of things, and like I don't want to say like we just need it because like we have no other choice. Like I believe in us, like regardless of with it or without it. So like there's a lot of positive in the community too. Like I don't know if you're aware of like just like some of the financial leaders in the community, like Earn Your Leisure, like things like that. Yeah. So like I feel like now with technology more, like it's helping us like kind of break out of it or like try to establish our own things, kind of like redo like Black Wall Street. Like I could see that happening soon again, like an attempt to do that. Absolutely. Some things like that. So I can't say we don't deserve it, but I also don't want to say like we need it, because I still have belief like in the culture, in the community.
Well, shout out Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah, shout out Earn Your Leisure.
Are you talking about like Wall Street Trapper?
Yeah, Wall Street Trapper, like
19 Keys.
Yeah, 19 Keys. And like he's like a great, like besides financial, like thought leader, like just like interpretation of life and like how you should go about life. Like I've been listening to him, just filling my like mind with a lot more like positive energy, just like positive influences. That's why like Charleston White kind of throws me off, just because like we have enough of that in the community, like all the like talk about people, and he says it's like a character he played, but like you still got to be responsible for what you put out there, regardless of like you just playing a character or not. Like you put it out there to the world, like you putting that energy out there. So like we have enough of that going on. Like with people killing each other and stuff. So like, you ain't got to put that on Front Street. Like, just glorify the things that you are doing good. Like, just because it'll drum up drama. Like,
or even with the whole, telling. Like, don't get me wrong. If somebody does something wrong in your community and you know they did something wrong, then you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But like, it's a difference between snitching and telling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Snitching is when me and you do something together, and we get away with it, and I get caught, and then I'll be like, yo, he was with me. That's snitching.
Mm-hmm.
Telling is, pretty much like, as soon as I get caught with you, I'm like, yo, or as soon as I get caught, well, no, I guess it's the same thing.
Well, I feel like telling would be just from like a civilian's perspective. Like, nobody.
Well, okay, right.
Telling him being,
Telling is
I've
basically-
seen you guys do it.
Right,
Yeah, I
telling-
went and said
Right, because I'm thinking about, because I'm like, if I'm part of it and I say something, I'm
You
snitching.
that's snitching.
But no, if you're a civilian and you see somebody doing the robbery and you tell them, then that's telling. That's not snitching. So
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, if somebody
there's nothing wrong.
sees
Exactly.
like, you can't blame her. Like, you did it. So
Right,
she's
exactly.
not gonna uphold what you want. Like, whatever the case, whatever thought you have. So
Right.
that's a civilian. Like, that's the only protection they got.
And I guess that's where he be coming from. Like, I'm a civilian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a civilian. I'm going to tell that this, that, and this, that, and that. So, whatever. It is what it is. But I brought the reparations up because I've been getting a lot of slack on my page because I put up something about transgenders receiving $1,200 a month in California.
Just like a monthly pay.
Let me just say,